Good evening. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Pro Wrestling Talk video brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the YouTube Tube. I am your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. So, New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Lonestar Shootout just finished. Another solid show in the books. So I wanted to get on here and give my review of the show. Sound good? Alrighty. So, NJPW Strong Lonestar Shootout excuse me, took place at the Curtis Colwell Center in Garland, Texas. And had a good number of matches, a couple of kickoff matches, and even a decent handful of title matches. So this was a very solid show. So let's go ahead and get set up and get started with our first match here. Let me go ahead and open up my graphics. And we shall get started. Here we go. Already got the first match queued up. Let's do it. So starting off, so we had two kickoff matches for this show. First one came down to this singles match. Matt Vandagriff taking on Barrett Brown. Now, to be honest with you, I couldn't really say a whole lot because once again, they didn't show the feed until middle of this match. So, unfortunately, didn't get a chance to see the whole match. Like, they have to really do a better job. Like, honestly, they should take a page out of WWE and start 1 hour before instead of 30 minutes before. They should just go ahead and just do an hour before pre-show. That way, you got plenty of time to go ahead and go through whatever pre-show matches. You know what I mean? But it's not a good look when they keep starting the feed in the middle of the match. Like, you don't see anything until the middle of the match. So they need to really do a better job at that. They really do. Didn't really catch a whole lot, being that, you know, the feed started middle of the match. But Matt Vandagriff picked up the victory after hitting a 450 splash on Barrett Brown, pinned him for the 1-2-3. That's really all that I can say. That's really all I can say. But it was just really a bummer that didn't get a chance to really see this match in full. And it was a match that was under 5 minutes. So yeah, pretty annoying. So yeah, that they need to seriously fix that for next time. They need to do a better job next time. Okay, next up, the last pre-show match came down to a singles match between Fred Rosser and Filthy Tom Lawlor. Now, of course, both these guys were former NJPW Strong Openweight champions. So it was good to see these two go at it. And you know what? It was a pretty solid match. Back and forth. Like I said, these two know each other well. I mean, after all, Fred Rosser beat Tom Lawlor to win the title in the first place. And of course, Tom Lawlor was the inaugural champion. So, definitely good, solid match. Was under 10 minutes, understandably. Or at least, no, actually, no, now that I think about it, I think it was over 10 minutes. Yeah, I think it was over 10 minutes. Especially being that I was able to watch the whole match, you know, it didn't come in late. So, yeah, actually, I think it was more than 10 minutes, now that I think about it. But it was a good match, back and forth. Couple of exchanges near the end, but it looks like Fred Rosser, as he kind of had a cross-faced chicken wing on on Filthy Tom Lawlor, was able to kind of transition it to like a kind of sort of like a crucifix pin, and was able to pin Tom Lawlor for the 1-2-3 to win the match. So nice little transition there to turn that into a pin, because it looked like Tom Lawlor was getting ready to escape. So good thinking there from Fred Rosser. And you know what? A good sign of sportsmanship from Filthy Tom Lawlor after the match. Both shook hands, gave each other a slap, then another handshake. So great sign of sportsmanship there from Filthy Tom Lawlor. I thought that was really cool. Definitely thought that was really cool. Okay, now let's get into the main card. Things about to get really juicy. Let's get into this main card. Okay. Here we go. Alright, so starting off the main card of Lonestar Shootout, we had a 6-man tag, had some trios action. We had the team of Atlantis, Tiger Mask, and Mascara Dorada taking on the team of Ultimo Guerrero, Rocky Romero, and Hechicero. I have to say, this was definitely one of my favorite matches of the card. And for this being the match to start off the main card, this was a solid match. I definitely liked what I saw from Mascara Dorada. Thought the dude was amazing. Of course, I'm a big Rocky Romero fan, so it's always good to see Rocky Romero do his work, and also sometimes, shenanigans as well. And I've met Rocky Romero, so definitely I vouch for Rocky Romero. It was really good to see Ultimo Guerrero again. I haven't seen him since, it's been a hot minute. It's been a hot minute. And of course, Tiger Mask, very well known. Atlantis, this was second straight NJPW Strong event that he's wrestled in, so pretty good. But yeah, loaded talent for this match. And it was back and forth. I felt like both teams got momentum and very well showcased. Like I said, I thought the MVP of this match was Mascara Dorada. And, Hechicero looked really strong as well. But when it all came down to it, Mascara Dorada picked up the victory for his team after hitting a shooting star press on Hechicero, pinned him for the 1-2-3. So yeah, Atlantis, Tiger Mask, Mascara Dorada are your winners. But a great, solid trios match, like a lot of high-flying talent, a lot of CMLL talent in that match. So really, really good. Really good. I enjoyed it. Okay, this next match was pretty funny. Check this one out. Alrighty. We had a singles match. We had Toru Yano taking on the debuting in New Japan Pro Wrestling for the first time, Joey Janela. Now, this, within a matter of just under a minute, ended up turning into a no disqualification match, which Joey Janela got on the mic, made the challenge, and these two are already going back and forth. They were already using chairs and the turnbuckle pads. Even Joey Janela exposed a roll of that tape that Toru Yano usually keeps on him. But yeah, this was a pretty funny match. Which, of course, any match with Toru Yano in it, you're going to get the comedy. And this was definitely no exception. But overall, this was quite an entertaining match. Even got to the point where Toru Yano got tied up. Well, actually, no. Yes. He got tied up. And even though it looked like he had this thing in the bag, bam, low blow from Joey Janela. Because, I mean, he didn't have the feet tied up. And just, man, I totally lost count of how many low blows were in this match. Especially towards the end. There were a decent number of low blows in this match. But, I mean, it's a no DQ, so, I mean, of course you're going to do that. We saw a pile of chairs be used. There was a table. But, like I said, no DQ match. So, I really liked that this match got a little hardcore. For sure. But, some way, somehow, Toru Yano figures out a way, and with one extra low blow onto Joey Janela, he was able to roll him up for the 1-2-3, and Toru Yano disrupts Joey Janela's New Japan Pro Wrestling debut and picks up a victory. So, but yeah, pretty entertaining match. Loaded with the shenanigans, but hey, it was no DQ, so let all the shenanigans loose. Okay. Let's go to our next match. Another one that I enjoyed, by the way. Okay, we had an 8-man tag match. We had the combination of Guerrillas of Destiny, Tama, Tonga, Tanga, and the Intergalactic Jet Setters, KUSHIDA and Kevin Knight, all together on one team, going up against the Bullet Club, made up of Chase Owens, Gabe Kidd, Alex Coughlin, and Clark Connors. Match was very intense. I mean, got started pretty quickly. Both teams brawled as well. Brawled for quite a bit. And then, momentum kind of swung back and forth. And shout out to Kevin Knight. I've been really enjoying watching Kevin Knight wrestle. And I'm actually looking forward to seeing him wrestle for Ashe Wrestling once they come to Charlotte, North Carolina in December, beginning of December. I'll be attending that show. Looking forward to that. But even just Kevin Knight, when he's competed a few times on DPW, I love Kevin Knight's work. The dude is a beast in the ring, and he's been one of my favorite young lions, and I just really liked his upcoming to where he's at now. And I think him teaming with KUSHIDA, great tag team. Definitely like what they've been doing. And, I think the future's bright for Kevin Knight. Unfortunately, Bullet Club ended up getting the last laugh as Clark Connors was able to pin Kevin Knight after hitting a spike no chaser, of course, with the help of Alex Coughlin. It was double team. But yeah, hit the spike no chaser, pinned him for the 1-2-3. Bullet Club gets the last laugh. But the other team definitely looked really strong. But, this new age Bullet Club War Dogs, I mean, they're doing their thing. They're definitely doing their thing. But yeah, they pick up the victory. Alrighty. Let's get into... One second. Let's go ahead and get into our first title match of the evening. Here we go. Let's get into our first title match of the evening. Okay, we had the NJPW Strong Openweight Tag Team Championships on the line. As the champions, Guerrillas of Destiny of ELP and Hikuleo, defending the titles against the West Coast Wrecking Crew of Jorel Nelson and Royce Issacs. Of course, this is another match that got started off pretty quickly. I really honestly thought that West Coast Wrecking Crew was going to pull this off. I mean, even though ELP Hikuleo had a good amount of offense with with the referee going down, I just really had that feeling that things were going to really swing into the hands of West Coast Wrecking Crew. And they looked strong. They looked really strong in this match. And even after a misfire from ELP to Hikuleo, there was a misfire there, which I thought that kind of helped things for the West Coast Wrecking Crew. But then Jorel Nelson grabbed one of the tag title belts. Royce Issacs held ELP, went for the belt shot. He ducked and hit his own tag team partner. ELP follows it up with a sudden death super kick, then pins Royce Issacs for the 1-2-3. And ELP and Hikuleo are still your NJPW Strong Openweight Tag Team Champions. So, kind of a bummer. I really thought West Coast Wrecking Crew was going to pull it off, because I really feel like they are meant to be future champs, but just not tonight, I guess. So, it's kind of a bummer, but it happens. But right now, ELP, Hikuleo are still your tag champs. Okay. Let's move on to the next match. We had a really solid special singles match here as Mistico went up against United Empire's TJP. Definitely another one of my favorite matches of the night. Went back and forth. A great clash of styles here. I mean, I've always been a fan of TJP. You know, I've watched TJP, I mean, ever since he was Puma. Even back when he appeared in Impact Wrestling and just, you know, ROH as well. I mean, TJP has wrestled all over the world. So, definitely somebody that I've always enjoyed. And, yeah. Mistico definitely looked really strong in this match. And you know what? This was a great, solid match that I really felt like could have been match of the night. Really could have been match of the night. Was a great contender. But Mistico was able to pick up the victory. A submission victory is a rather quick tap out from TJP. But he was able to hit the Torbellino into a Fujiwara armbar, and pretty much instantly as he locked it in, bam, TJP started tapping out. So Mistico with the submission victory. And quite a shot to United Empire, taking the towel that TJP brought to the ring, and he wiped his boots with it at the end. So I was like, dang. It was quite a shot there from Mistico to United Empire. I don't know if they're going to follow up after that match, but you never know. You never know. Okay, before we get into the rest of these matches, here's a quick word on the sponsor for this video, Game Beauty. Check them out. As you continue to enjoy content here at Blitzball Champ Gaming, be sure you take a moment to check out Game Beauty. Beauty inspired by gaming. Game Beauty brings to you video game related makeup and cosmetic products. You have products such as eyeshadow palettes, elemental pearl highlighters, eyeshadow brushes, liquid eyeliner pens by Akideris, and even non-makeup products like graphic tees. They even have special collaboration makeup kits, such as this Persona 5 Heat Wave Brush Single, Metaverse Bundle, and even a Phantom Thieves limited edition makeup collection. also remember that Game Beauty provides international shipping of $60 or more. And if you use the promo code BlitzballChamp, all in caps, you can get 10% off of your order. So be sure to use that to your advantage. Now, back to your regularly scheduled video. Enjoy, and thank you. Alrighty, let's keep the action going. Let's get to our next title match, shall we? We have the NJPW Strong Openweight Championship. As the champion, Eddie Kingston defended against Satoshi Kojima. Another solid match. Definitely hard-hitting. Definitely back and forth. And, you know, big opportunity for Eddie Kingston going up against pretty much another legend in Satoshi Kojima. 53 years old. Still going strong. You know, still in great shape. Definitely happy for Satoshi Kojima. I've met him before, so definitely enjoy his work. But yeah, y'all, this was a hard-hitting match. Definitely back and forth. Really challenged each other. And I hope Eddie Kingston's shoulder is okay. I don't know if he just was selling that injury or whatnot, but that kind of happened early in the match. But hopefully he's okay. But great, hard-hitting match. I mean, honestly, I really have no complaints. I really have no complaints with this match. But it took a couple of back fists from the future, and it took 2 Northern Lights bombs to put away Satoshi Kojima. So after that second Northern Lights bomb, pinned him for the 1-2-3. Eddie Kingston, still your NJPW Strong Openweight Champion. Now, of course, afterwards, great sign of respect and sportsmanship from Eddie Kingston and Satoshi Kojima. Shook hands, bowed at each other. Really, really cool. Then afterwards, Gabe Kidd from Bullet Club shows up and attacks Eddie Kingston. So, looks like we may have Eddie Kingston's next challenger. Looks like it's going to be Gabe Kidd. He wants a crack at that Strong Openweight Championship. So, hey. I mean, it wasn't that long ago that he defeated Filthy Tom Lawlor. I mean, of course, he had to cheat to do it. But still, I can understand him going after this title. I mean, he just beat a former champion. So, hey. I'm all for it. I'm definitely all for it. Okay. Let's go to our next match. And this was our last non-title match of the evening. We had a special tag team match. We had Blackpool Combat Club versus Bullet Club. So Blackpool Combat Club, made up of John Moxley and Wheeler Yuta, taking on Bullet Club's David Finlay and Kenta. Another awesome match. I really like the back and forth exchanges between Kenta and Wheeler Yuta. I definitely like the chemistry that they have in the ring. But all 4 of these guys definitely enjoyed this match. A great clash of 2 well-known stables. And like I said, I've met everybody in this. No, I've just met Wheeler Yuta and David Finlay. Those are the only 2 people I've met in this match. But really, really cool. But yeah, this was a good, solid match. But being that John Moxley was in it, I mean, it's kind of hard to beat him. Even if this is a tag match. He tends to be on the winning side. And this was no different. John Moxley was able to put away Kenta with a Death Rider. Then pinned him for the 1-2-3. Blackpool Combat Club walk out of Lonestar Shootout your victors. Now, remember, this is just a taste of things to come, because don't forget, David Finlay, Jon Moxley, and Will Ospreay will battle it out at Wrestle Kingdom 18 for a brand new championship, because the IWGP US and UK titles got destroyed by David Finlay. So we're going to have a new title, which there's a lot of speculation they might revive the IWGP Intercontinental Championship. We'll see, but that could be the direction that they're going. But we'll have to wait until Wrestle Kingdom 18, January 4th. Okay, back to championship matches. And this one I felt like was a strong contender to be match of the night. Okay, we had the NJPW World Television Championship on the line. As the champion, TMDK's Zack Sabre Jr., which is entering into his 16th defense, going up against Speedball Mike Bailey. Awesome match. Awesome match. What can I say? Awesome match. I mean, of course it was only a 15-minute time limit, as all NJPW World Television Championship matches are. They're always going to be 15-minute time limit. And these two just tore the house down in those near 15 minutes, because it was really close. A great clash of styles. Lots of strikes, lots of submissions, just really back and forth action between these two. And this really came down to seconds. Really came down to seconds. And just these two were counter-attacking and kicking out of everything. I mean, ZSJ kicked out of the Ultimo weapon. Speedball Mike Bailey kicked out of the European clutch, kicked out of the Zack driver. And just, these two tore each other apart. But when it was all said and done, with so little time, at least under 30 seconds left, Zack Sabre Jr., when it counted the most and he had the opening, was able to lock in a omoplata on Speedball Mike Bailey, started bending his hand and wrist, and all of a sudden he just took, I don't know if it was his ring finger or pinky or what, and he just, bam, just snapped it, just bent it right on back. And pretty much instantly after that happened, Speedball tapped out. And with only a couple of seconds left, Zack Sabre Jr. gets the submission victory to retain the NJPW World Television Championship. So that is 16 successful defenses. Now remember, this is the inaugural champion still. Because remember, he won a tournament to win this title. So, to be honest with y'all, I'm pretty sure Zack Sabre Jr. is going to not only finish out the year as champion, but there is no telling who's going to end up dethroning him. There's just no telling. But what makes me kind of wonder, so for those that don't know, apparently in an interview, Zack Sabre Jr. expressed interest in wrestling, Impact Wrestling. Well, soon to be back to TNA Wrestling. I don't know if that means excursion or temporary or whatnot, but it's something to keep an eye out for. I mean, I don't know Zack Sabre Jr.'s contract situation, but it could end up being that if it's coming to a close, he could be on his way to TNA. We shall see. But have to keep an eye on him. See who might possibly dethrone him for that TV title. But 16 defenses under his belt. Very good. Alrighty. Let's get down to our next match, which was the semi-main event. Alright, we had the ladies in action, as this match was for the IWGP Women's Championship. As the champion, the icon of stardom, Mayu Iwatani, takes on CMLL's Stephanie Vancouver. Now, let me remind y'all, this is Mayu Iwatani's second defense. Now, history has shown that the second defense is typically where the champion loses the title. It happened to Kairi, who was the first champion, and it happened to Mercedes Moné, who was the second champion. This is Mayu Iwatani's second defense, and she's only the third champion. This was a great match, definitely back and forth. And I have to say, these two traded some awesome moves. I mean, Stephanie hit Mayu with like a devastating, just launching her with that German suplex. I thought she had landed on her head almost, but Mayu was good, was able to continue. And then don't forget, Mayu hit Stephanie with a nasty dragon suplex, like a nasty snap dragon suplex. It was, man, it was devastating. So these two ladies just bringing it to each other, you know. And that's what you like to see. You love to see it. I know I love to see it. But two incredible wrestlers just from different parts of the world. Mayu in Japan, Stephanie in Mexico. I mean, just different promotions, repping for their respective promotions in a big way. You know what I mean? Because Stephanie Vancouver was looking for her third championship. So, very well accomplished. But when it was all said and done, Mayu Iwatani hit Stephanie with a tombstone pile driver. She even waved before she delivered, which I guess she was waving at a fan. But yeah, she waved and then she delivered the move. And then hit the diving moonsault press. Pin for the 1-2-3. Mayu Iwatani breaks the IWGP Women's Championship second defense curse, and she retains. So the curse is broken. And great sign of sportsmanship from both ladies after the match. But yeah, Mayu Iwatani will head back to Japan, still your IWGP Women's Champion. Now the only thing that's left to see is see what happens with the rest of the Goddess of Stardom Tag League, which, I mean, you know, Saki Kashima just got injured, so she's going to miss the rest of the tournament. So just, the tournament's a bust. Let's just keep it real. The tournament's a bust. So, but Mayu Iwatani's still your champ. All right. And then the main event of Lonestar Shootout. Here you go. This came down to the Never Openweight Championship. As the champion, Shingo Takagi of LIJ defended against the Dude Buster himself, part of Best Friends, who's also technically part of Chaos as well, Trent Beretta. Awesome main event. And like I said, I know some folks may be surprised, oh, Trent Beretta in the main event? What? This is not the first time he's been in the main event of a New Japan Pro Wrestling show. Like I said, I was in attendance. As a matter of fact, Walker Stewart mentioned it during this match. When he was in the main event against Juice Robinson back in 2019 for the IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship. I believe that was 2019. I think he said 2019. But yeah. So, yeah, I was there for that. And it was a solid match. Very solid match. It was in Charlotte. It was in Charlotte, North Carolina. I was at that. This match, really, really good. I know Trent Beretta took a beating, even got busted open in the face, but Trent Beretta looked really strong in this match. I mean, his fighting spirit was like on another high, especially going up against a heavy, hard hitter like Shingo Takagi, somebody that I've followed ever since Dragon Gate. I mean, and the dude was pretty jacked in Dragon Gate. You know, was definitely one of the bigger wrestlers, you know, versus everyone else. And like I said, his match in Dragon Gate USA when he took on Davey Richards, that's one of my favorite matches from Shingo. But Shingo, definitely been a fan of for a long time. And I really feel like more and more he's starting to win the crowd over in the States. You know, recently in Las Vegas and now in Texas. Like, that's awesome. That's really awesome. But this was a hard-hitting main event. Like I said, kudos to Trent Beretta really showing his fighting spirit in this match. But Shingo just ended up being a little too much for Trent Beretta and was able to finally put him away with a Last of the Dragon. Pinned him for the 1-2-3. Shingo Takagi retains the Never Openweight Championship. So, no title changes for the show. No title changes. Everybody is safe. And then, after the match, Shingo got on the mic and pretty much did what he did back in Vegas. Who's next? Who's next? Lights went out. Tanga comes out. Of course, former Never Openweight champion, who lost it against Shingo back at Fighting Spirit Unleashed in Vegas. So he came out. That loss didn't really sit well with him. He wants a rematch, which of course Shingo accepts, and the date has been set. We are going to get the rematch, the run back for the Never Openweight Championship, as Shingo will defend against Tanga at Wrestle Kingdom 18, January 4th. So we got another title match set, the Never Openweight Championship at Wrestle Kingdom. Looking forward to it. Like I said, these two had an awesome match back at Fighting Spirit Unleashed, so we're going to see them run it back again next year at Wrestle Kingdom 18. So that's exciting. Very, very exciting. But yeah, another solid NJPW Strong show in the books. Really, really good. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what's next. You know, Mayu Iwatani. Who's next to challenge her for the IWGP Women's Championship? You know, looking forward to that. And Zack Sabre Jr., who's going to be the next one to challenge him for the NJPW World Television Championship. So, there's quite a lot to look forward to. So coming up with New Japan Pro Wrestling, I know they got the Anyo Rainy Days show, which pretty much I recently learned is the Okada promoted show, I believe, where they're going to have the card the day of, or I guess it's a surprise. So that's Saturday, November 11th. We got New Japan Road that's getting ready to start up, which that is November 17th. So looks like they're going to do 2 shows for New Japan Road, it looks like. November 17th and November 19th. The only thing we know for sure is... Oh, okay, so they already got matches for the November 17th show. Oh, they're going to have the Tomoki Honma Homecoming special 6-man tag match. Apparently Tomoki Honma is going to team with Ren Narita and Ryusuke Taguchi to take on the current Never Openweight 6-man champs, Ishii, Okada, and Hiroshi Tanahashi. And Sho's going to defend the KOPW 2023 championship against Taichi. So We got a title match. But yeah, that's New Japan Road Night 1. That's November 17th. And let's see, what else? We got... Oh yeah, so the World Tag League. The World Tag League begins Monday, November 20th. And it will pretty much last going into December. And December 10th, Sunday, December 10th, will be the finals for the World Tag League. They haven't announced who the tag teams will be, but I think they'll probably announce them. I don't know, maybe this weekend they might announce them. We'll have to wait and see. But World Tag League is right around the corner. And then going into the middle of December, they got the Road to Tokyo Dome. They got 2 shows. Or actually, they got a show November 22nd. Or actually, no. I think that's... that might be a typo, actually. That might be a typo. But December 21st is one of the shows. They might mean December 21st and 22nd, but yeah, I think that's a typo. And then we know we got Wrestle Kingdom 18, January 4th. New Year's Dash got announced, which is usually the day after Wrestle Kingdom, which it is, January 5th, Friday, January 5th. Let's see, we got Battle in the Valley in San Jose, that's January 13th. And then, oh, they already started announcing the New Beginning shows. So we got the New Beginning in Nagoya, that's Saturday, January 20th. And then the Road to the New Beginning will go from January 23rd up to February 9th. And then the New Beginning in Osaka will be Sunday, February 11th. Okay. And then what else do we have? Oh yeah, they're doing CMLL Fantastica Mania 2024. They're doing a tour of that. So that's February 12th through the 19th, it looks like. And then they got 2 shows for the New Beginning in Sapporo. February 23rd and 24th. So that's kind of what they have for the upcoming schedule for New Japan Pro Wrestling. So good to see that they already starting to document out some of next year's shows. So a lot to look forward to there. But anyway, that'll do it for this video. Don't forget to check out the link to Game Beauty. And don't forget to let me know what your thoughts are. Did you enjoy NJPW Strong Lonestar Shootout? Let me know what you thought of the show. What were your favorite matches? Were your predictions correct? And yeah, let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell while you're at it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. For another Pro Wrestling Talk, brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. Hope everybody has a blessed weekend. And a special happy Veterans Day as well to all the veterans out there. See you in the next video. Take care. Peace.